All right, we are heading out for yet another send. You guys got to check this out. The Subaru yesterday went on quite the mission. If you guys haven't checked that one out, go do that first. Now, today is a similar vibe, heading out there with no plan whatsoever. I want to get out of this civilization into the wilderness and get on a trout fishing mission wherever it's gonna lead me. I wanna see some beautiful places and catch some amazing fish. Well, you never know till you go. First cast going out. This spot is very, very unique. I really wonder what's gonna be in here. I mean, there could be warm water species like little pickerel or anything like that. There could be trout that came up in here. It's super shallow, but whoa, there's a salamander that's just darting through the algae right here. This is a little marsh brook that feeds into a wild trout stream. That's a main river that I'm fishing today, but I'm gonna start off here because I got a feeling some of the fish might have pushed up into this water. And I'm throwing a brown trout countdown that's somewhere down there. Got it snagged. It's a hazy day. Temps in the mid 40s and a beautiful day for some winter trout fishing. So really got no idea what to expect. I want to catch a fish out of here though. Right on the side of the marsh. That should be trout candy right there. Any fish that's staging up, looking for little bait fish or salamanders that are coming into the creek should be right here on the side of the current. Let's see. This will be the moment of truth. How are the trout feeding today? Are we gonna have an insane day of trout fishing? Or are the fish gonna be a little finicky? Hopefully, it's the first. Oh, big brown, got him. Fish on, first fish of the day. Oh, he's tangled in the log. That's a giant. Oh my gosh. I didn't expect that. Actually, I kind of did. Oh, I saw this fish following it. And then he came in, just fully smoked that thing. So, it looks like my hunch was correct. The fish may not be in this little swampy tributary, but they're looking for the food that pumps in from it. Let's get this fish landed. Tail grab him. Gorgeous male brown. Looks like a New Zealand strain. What? Super unique coloration, those interspersed dots. Oh, there he goes. Darted away. Didn't even have time to give him a release. That fish was ready to go. If that's telling me anything for how the fishing is gonna be today, I think we're in luck for an amazing day of trout fishing. I casted right alongside the current where it slacks out and there's a little bit of pocket that connects to this marsh. So another appreciation of this spot right here. You got the main river, comes in on a bend, and there's a deep pocket here where the fish could either feed on the bait that's coming in from the river or the little tributary right there. That's a bald eagle up there. Wow. I'm right on the side of the road too. It's not even like I've gotten deep into the wilderness yet. And I just couldn't be any more grateful for the start to this adventure. Let's keep on exploring this way, see what we can find, and then we're gonna work up upstream on the creek as well. This is where the true exploration begins, through the hazy pine forest. Look how beautiful it is out here today. Let's start making our way off the beaten path, far from that road back there, as far as we can make it, because that's usually where you find the most insane fishing. You can see the remnants of the cold, a little bit of snow that's still left. This is a day that you dream of during the winter. I'm gonna start at this pool, work all the way back up to where I started, and then continue on. These rocks are so slippery. I don't know if you guys have made the same mistake as me, bringing out your rubber soles on a day where you need the felt ones. All I'm gonna say is I am just about this close to becoming one with the brown trout and just going head first into the water. Jokes aside, we got another pool coming up. This is probably the best looking pool on my journey up the stream. I somehow haven't landed anything up until this point. Don't ask me how. I've been working through just incredible looking water. I tied on a little Clio spoon because spoons in the winter are usually what get me the most bites and what I found to be the most versatile lure, just to always get fish on. Today is seeming like it might be a little bit different. Not too sure if I should have stuck with the countdown Or maybe I just have been fishing pools that didn't have that many fish. Oh. Yep, like I said, about to fall in, but also about to catch a nice brown. So it kind of all comes down to this. Like, I really hiked a mile into the woods just to come back to a pool that was really close to where I started. But if I catch the trophy of the day out of here on the spoon, it's gonna be all worth it. Now, how do we make that happen? Fish hard. Got him, fish on, there we go. Yes, that's what I'm talking about. So I guess it might have just been a matter of finding the fish. That's a nice rainbow, wow. Wow, all right, so we're getting close to that trifecta. Look at that one. Ah, chill. Oh, rainbows got no chill. Drop a comment if rainbows give you trouble landing them. Check it out, on the spoon, this little Cleo doing some work. We'll get a proper release on this fish. It's looking like a wild one too, I don't know. The world may never know. Definitely could have been a wild one. Keep fishing. So like I was saying before, I didn't know if it was I was throwing the wrong lure or I just didn't find the fish. It was seeming more like I just didn't find the fish yet. And the fish just happened to be in these way deeper pools where you got current and you got the slack water right next to it. Just like where I caught the first fish of the day. So a tip for winter trout fishing is you could pattern the fish super well to the point that I might as well not even fish most of that water back there. I really want to focus on the pools that have deep water, have current coming in, and I'm going to take that forward. And it's cool with trout fishing how you can do that, because on a day where a fish is acting a certain way, you can guarantee that a large percentage of the other fish are acting the exact same way. I'm actually going to make a lure change back to the countdown and then keep on sending it up the stream. There's a lot of water upstream of where I started too, like I was talking about earlier. So I'm gonna go hit that and then see where that leads me. I don't exactly know what I just came up on. Looks like it's either a tributary or just a branch of the creek, and I think it's a branch of the main creek. So if that's the case, there could be some good fish that are kind of just chilling in here, especially under this tree. There's a deep pocket. This is a moment of truth. Got him, fish on in the tributary or the branch of the creek. I saw this one follow me in, then he came out and ambushed it. I was sick. Gorgeous little fish. There he goes. So it is confirmed there are trout in this trib. And look at this. This is actually wild. And these are the kind of things you just see when you're out here. This tree is growing in the creek. That's unreal. Got him, fish on. Oh, it's a brookie. That was a little brook trout. No, popped off. Fish on. Oh, it's a baby brown. This one's a brown. Got him. Oh, that was a big one. That was a big trout. No way. Got him. He came back for it. There we go. That's a gorgeous one. Very similar strain to that first fish of the day that I landed. You can see how the strain of this fish is very similar to that first one that I caught. There he goes. I just want to take a second to appreciate this little branch of the river. At first I thought it might be a tributary or something, but definitely connects to the river straight up there. And there are so many fish loaded in these pools, and I could have totally overlooked it. I was actually about to. I was about to just be like, I don't even know if I want to fish it. All right, so adventure a little bit farther, and then you come back to the main river. The road's right there. I mean, all right, I gotta watch out here. I'm trying to drop into the river. It's a little deeper than I thought. Whew. We made it. Sketchy, but we made it. So I've been fishing up the creek for quite some time. Look at that, right up there. 2 bald eagles. Where'd the other one go? Oh, they're both flying away. They're in that pine tree there. Oh, there's gonna be something big out of this pool. I feel it. I know it. Oh, he came out of the water for it. That fish just hit a topwater. Got him. Got him, got him, got him. I don't know if the GoPro picked that up. That was ridiculous. This trout legitimately popped out of the water, topwater. I think the lure even might be tangled. That was cool though. Incredible strike from this brown. Get him right back. There he goes. Another one. It's crazy how these fish are eating it. I mean, they want like no tomorrow. Another beautiful wild one. Wow, look at the colors on this fish. This one came right after the last one. Ambushed the countdown. And if you're wondering what I do with this countdown minnow, I mean, I have treble hooks on here right now. I'm gonna switch it out for single hooks whenever I get some single hooks on my hands, but I made the hooks all barbless, and I'll show you real quick how I did that. So I always get comments from you guys about how I handle fish, and I wanna address that right now. I care about the fish just as much as any of the avid trout guys, any of the fly guys care about the fish. And yeah, sometimes I use treble hooks, but I always get the hook out straight away. I got a pair of pliers on me at all times. Usually I have my bigger pliers, but on my car keys, I got these little Gerber car key pliers. They're pretty handy. And you see the part at the end of the pliers where it's just a flat section? That's what you use to make the hooks barbless. So if you're going to buy some lures and you get some that got treble hooks, always number one thing you want to do is take your pliers out and then go to the barb. I pinched this one down already, but take the flat part and pinch it down on the flat part where the barb is and just press it straight down. I've already made all these barbless, so you won't be able to really tell the difference, but always good to do because you can get the hook out of the fish right away, and if the fish were to get it deep, you could just pop the hook straight out. Another thing is where is my net? I don't have one. Most trout guys do. I used to have a net. It got super tangled up with hooks and stuff, so I haven't gotten one in the past year. And honestly, I found the enjoyment in actually picking the fish up with my hands and putting it straight back. I've gotten so good at it that I could catch and release a fish within 5 or 10 seconds. The same, probably even less time than it would take if the fish is in the net. Wow, thank God I just checked that knot. Another trout tip, or any fishing tip, or fishing tip actually, is whenever you're catching good fish, you gotta check your knot. Just give it a little tug. If it snaps right away, you might have just saved yourself from losing a giant. Wow, you can see with all the rain we've gotten, the river completely blew past the banks. Probably was way up in there, and you can still see the effects from it, along with a little beaver that's been chewing up the wood. Oh, it smells so good. So hungry. Sweet, nice little lunch break. Ate some warm soup. Now I'm ready to continue trout fishing. Huh. Got him, fish on. Fish on. Right after lunch, first cast. Let's go. Ooh, it's a jumper. It's a jumper. That might be is that a stocked fish? No, it's gotta be wild. There are some stockies in this river, but mainly wild trout. That feels good on a full tummy. You're lucky I'm not eating you, bro. You're lucky I just ate lunch. Otherwise, I'd be munching down on some fresh fillets riverside. I gotta stop being a vegetarian and start eating some trout sometimes. It's crazy. No bites before lunch. Lunch kicked in. Instant brown trout. I guess the browns were like, all right, if it's your lunchtime, it's my lunchtime. All right, let's see what we can find up here. All right, guys, so this is the point in the river that I've been trying to make it up to all day. You can see in the distance, there are a couple waterfalls. Gotta shimmy my way under the bridge. This is where we're gonna be ending off a day of fishing. So let's catch them. We're going straight up to the honey sauce itself. I mean, this is an amazing section of creek. God, that's a monster. That is a giant brown. Oh my gosh. Whew. I'm not gonna lie. Beauty right there. Let's get this fish right back where he came from. I think there's more to come up here, so let's keep exploring for a second. I was about to walk away from this spot. I took one more cast up because I thought I got a bite earlier, and then It was true. I did get a bite. He came back for it, crushed it. But when that fish bit, I thought that was a 24 incher. I swear. Rainbow, kind of back there. Oh, he's going downstream. Not as many bites as I expected under here, but I'm gonna fish it a little more from this side and then probably call it a day. I think this is gonna be the last spot. Well, unfortunately, that giant rainbow from under the falls did not come back for vengeance on the countdown, the power bait worm, or the spinner. I think after he hit it so many times, he just got spooked. I got followed in like 5 or 6 times and he was just swirling it and couldn't actually get it in his mouth. And eventually, just had to call quits on that. So right now I'm walking out of the spot, slipping out of the spot actually, slipping and sliding. But today was an awesome adventure exploring a pretty epic creek. Landed some nice fish in the process, lost an absolute giant, that rainbow that we just lost. And honestly, it was just a really fun day. I made it. That was insanely sketchy. There's like a 4-foot drop right here, and I would have probably completely gotten dunked, but it was just a really fun day going wherever the adventure led me. I went up that little branch of the river, caught some fish in there, and then eventually made it up to another really cool spot on the river. Thank you for tuning into this video. Hopefully you got something out of it. Hopefully you enjoyed the fishing, maybe got some tips. Subscribe if you're new, and I will see you guys in the next one. But until next time, keep on getting out there, keep on promoting the positivity of fishing, and keep on sending it. No matter what, no matter where you are, you might be fishing the most epic place in the world and catching some giants, or you might get totally skunked. And either way, you gotta walk out of each trip with a smile on your face. Skye Life out.